Did Jesus lie about the Hebrew Bible on purpose? Hi everyone, Jason here from spiritualbabies.net. You've joined us for another episode of Two Witnesses, where we look for the Hebrew references that are quoted in the New Testament Christian texts. In this episode, we're looking at Luke 24:46-47. So if you have a Christian Bible, you can open up and read along and play along at home. And this is what the text says. Then he said to them, "Thus it is written, and thus it was necessary for the Christ to suffer and to rise from the dead on the third day, and that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name to all nations, beginning at Jerusalem." I just want to go through that again slowly. So Luke 24:46 says, "And he said to them," the he being Jesus, "Thus it is written, and thus it was necessary for the Christ to suffer and to rise from the dead on the third day." So Jesus is saying here that it is written in the Hebrew text that a person had to suffer and then die and then rise on the third day. That's nowhere in the Hebrew Bible. It just doesn't exist. Jesus made this up. But he continues in 47. "And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name to all the nations, beginning at Jerusalem." There is nowhere in the text, in the Hebrew Bible, that even hints at the fact that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in anyone's name to all the nations regarding the death and resurrection of a man. Just doesn't happen. Beginning at Jerusalem is just another one that he threw in there. He made this up. This passage doesn't exist. If you're watching this and you're a Christian and you're like, well, I believe what the New Testament says, that's fine. But you're believing a lie. Find this verse. Jesus said this verse is in the Hebrew text. If it's in the Hebrew text, you have an argument. If it isn't, you have to conclude that Jesus was lying. Whether through ignorance or purposefully, we don't know. But there we are. So that was this episode. That's done now. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. You can come and find me on Facebook or on spiritualbabies.net if you want to visit me online on my website. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.